Alright, good morning and welcome back to Coffee with Toffees, the Dota 2 morning show. My name is Toffees, as always, bringing you the action here and all of the news you need. You can follow me at Toffees_Dota2 for updates on upcoming matches, etc. You can donate to the show at patreon.com/Toffees to help support it and keep it running. Every little bit helps, as we don't want to take on sponsors. We want to do this entirely crowdsourced. So whatever you give helps keep us on the air and convinces me to get out of the bed at 6 a.m. to make sure that the show is ready and beautiful. That said, guys, we're about $20 or so away from releasing t-shirts, and that'll be a donation goal that once you've given a certain amount, you get a kick-ass t-shirt from Coffee with Toffees. Design is being worked on currently. Will be out as soon as we hit that $75 support goal. So let's go into the news and get rolling with this one, guys. The first piece of news that is massive. It's what you need to know. It's other than Starlight, it's the only reason the show is even worth being on today. And it is that at about 12 o'clock last night, SNA played a BTS match. Well, it was a little earlier than that. And a fan asked Ush, why aren't you playing with them? To which he responded, no longer with the team. However, I will be at D2CL. Not really interested in giving out the details. Sorry. So this is huge. I mean, Ush, who is a MVP for SNA, in my opinion, who's been playing out of his mind, helped get the team started, and just has been a staple, a core, a cornerstone for that team, is apparently no longer with them. Whether by SNA's choice or by Ush's, it is pretty crazy to think about. So best of luck to Ush wherever he lands. I hope he has something in the works, and I hope that this isn't a forced decision. I hate to see him go. He's been playing really well. I think that he has been playing on top of the world in terms of his personal position. So we'll be curious to see what happens to Ush. But just so you know, and you're on the cutting edge of what's happening, Ush is no longer with Sneaky Nick's Assassins based on his Twitter page. All right, second thing you need to know, on the way to Starladder, guys, C9 got sick, got kidney stones, and is going to be unable to play. So Mag will step in for him and fill in. As a result, things haven't gone all that well for C9. But we'll get there in just a second during the Starladder wrap-up. But Bone 7 will not be playing for Cloud9. Now, here's an interesting bit of news. Team Secret lost to 4ASC. 4ASC is Trixie's reboot of his franchise, or his Nationman's franchise, I should say, and they're doing pretty well. I didn't think they were doing beat Team Secret well, but apparently they are. So Secret lost to 4AC, and they will not be playing in Dream League. So Secret's out of the Dream League. Qualifying teams so far are EU East. We got Empire, Virtus Pro, X Game KZ, and Virtus Pro Polar. Over in the West, it's Alliance, Fnatic, Team Tinker, and the big surprise for ASC over Team Secret. North America is C9, EG, Complexity, and Sneaky Nick's Assassin. So kudos to Complexity. You may remember they were on the show. They're friends to the show, so that they were looking at making some big moves in tournaments. This is a good one for them to get into that qualify. And Asia is going to be Invictus, LGD, MVP, and Rave. So that's a lot of Tier 1 teams, man, and the big question is, for ASC is going to have their hands full trying to get out through that EU West grouping to the $40,000. But they could do it. They took down Team Secret. Nothing to be blown away. I mean, I'm blown away. There's nothing to surprise me. They are good players, but at the end of the day, Team Secret is Team Secret. Now, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the All-Star match in Starladder, guys. So Starladder is going on right now. We've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to go over the scores so far for the tournament. But yesterday, there was an All-Star match, and it was an interesting time frame because after they had played a bunch of games first thing in the morning, they decided to put on the All-Star match for Star League. And Starladder was not... I don't know if it was bad planning or what, but these guys were tired, they were grumpy, and at the end of the day, it ended up being a bad idea. Literally, it took about an hour of setup to get them playing, and then the game lasted about 10 minutes. So if you want to go watch it, you absolutely can. Long story short, it just felt like the players didn't really want to be there. A lot of people are mad because Cyborg Matt turned on cheat modes. But at the end of the I've spoken with a lot of players and a lot of admins, and they said it's common to have the cheat mode turned on. It's pretty run-of-the-mill, because at the end of the game, you like to have some things get clowny. It's fun. The fans enjoy it. That's the whole point of an all-star match, is play for real. Once it's over, clown around. That said, though, we started spawning Roches in a couple of minutes in, like multiple Roches. We started having Dagons and Infinite Gold and all kinds of crazy stuff, and the game just became wicked clowny. There were some great moments early on, hooks by Tendy. Everybody wants to see Dendy play Pudge. We got to see it for a short amount of time. Well, I only wish that the game could have stayed serious a bit longer so that we could watch some of our favorite players live up to the billing. But that said, guys, that's not what we paid for when we bought the ticket. We paid for the tournament, and honestly, it's tough asking these players to play an extra game when they are dead tired, and they're here for the cash. They're not here to do an all-star game at the back end of their already busy schedule. You want to do an all-star game, do it the day before, do it the day after. The Pro Bowl is never the week of the Super Bowl, and that's just the way that it is. All right, so let's talk about standings, guys. Right now, on Group B, Team Secret's looking pretty good. They've played two, they've got 2 wins, and they've got 2 points. So they're looking nice. They've got still have to go through, I believe, Extinction, as they haven't gone up against them yet. So let's take a quick look at that. It looks like nope, Secret will have to go through Navi. Shouldn't be too much trouble for them as they go into it. They're already in a very, very good position so far in this tournament. So Group B should see Team Secret advance. Navi, Extinction, and Virtus Pro are sort of in a similar boat. IAP was able to take a game off of Virtus Pro, which was pretty impressive. So there's a lot of ties down there on the bottom, so we may see a tiebreaker, potentially between Virtus Pro and maybe Navi. But it looks like it's going to be Team Secret and Navi advancing to the winner's bracket. On the opposite side of Group A, Team Tinker, EG, and Cloud9 are all pretty close. Alliance has been having a very tough match so far, so they need to win everything that they have left, which is going to be a very tough order for them over the remainder of the day to keep in it. That said, though, it looks like Team Tinker and EG should be advancing to the winner's bracket. Cloud9, obviously with a stand-in, having some real trouble, but that's to be expected with their situation. So that's the wrap-up, guys. Starladder's on right now, so go watch it. It's been a great tournament so far. Don't let the all-star situation sour your thoughts about it, but that's literally all the news that we have today because everyone is at Starladder, so they're sleeping right now. Not a lot of drama when you're playing in a tournament. At the end of the tournament, I expect plenty of drama to report to you on Monday. But that's it, guys. Remember, at Toffees_Dota2, patreon.com/Toffees.